Guys, this is Andy Jennings with your Week 5 Players to Watch Injury Update, coming straight to you from GamedayInactives.info. That's my website, and what do I do there on every Sunday morning? We put the inactive players for every game, every Sunday, all 32 teams. As soon as the coaches turn them into the league, within about 20 minutes we've got them on the website. Yeah, you can get it at other places. You can get it at NFL.com. You can get it at all the other fantasy websites out there, but you're not going to get the entire list for every team as quickly as you're going to get it with GamedayInactives.info. It's a very simple website. You go there, $9.95 is all it costs for the entire season. And once you're a member, you can log in at any time, look at our players to watch list. It changes daily leading up to Sunday, but about 11 o'clock on Sunday morning, you're going to start seeing the update. All you got to do is click one link to the team that you're looking for, and there you go. You got the entire inactive list, and in many cases, who's replacing that player if they're going to be out. So it's really invaluable service to fantasy players, and if you lay a little money on the side, you know what I'm talking about. So take note right here, GamedayInactives.info. That's where you want to go every Sunday morning. Go there right now and sign up, and you'll have the entire season for $9.95. Now let's go very quickly through the players to watch list for this week. A lot of big names on the list once again this week. The list overall is a little bit shorter, but some impacting names there that you want to keep an eye on. Let's start with the quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers. Oh, the Aaron Rodgers at Green Bay. You know all about him. Well, he messed his shoulder up last week. Hasn't been able to practice at all this week. Looks like they're going to have a guy going against Atlanta with less time than Matt Ryan, who's only got 4 games under his belt. So Matt Ryan's going to be the most experienced quarterback on that field this week, it looks like. But, you know, they may try to slip Aaron Rodgers in there. So take a look at that on Sunday morning before you put in your lineups. If you've got Rodgers as your quarterback, not having a great year right now anyway, but may miss some time, or at least may miss some snaps or not play at all. So take a look at that. Donovan McNabb, he returned to practice, so still a little bit iffy, but he's got the chest contusion, and that could slow him down a little bit. So keep an eye on that. And of course, Carson Palmer with the elbow was inactive last week. He said he was going to play last week. He didn't play. He's saying he's going to play this week. Who knows? We'll know on Sunday morning, and so will you if you got GamedayInactives.info. Now moving to the running backs, you got Willie Parker in Pittsburgh with a knee. Brian Westbrook, ankle still giving him problems. Willis McGahee, he's been banged up almost every week this year. He's got the chest problem. Chris Perry, big game against the Dallas Cowboys. That's their starting running back now in Cincinnati. He's got a hamstring, could slow him down. And Lindale White with Tennessee got a shoulder injury that could keep him out this week. All right, let's look at the tight ends very quickly. Only 2 on the list. Antonio Gates, that's a big name for tight ends, and L.J. Smith, of course, in Philadelphia. Take a look at that one also, that he could miss some time. He seems like his name's on that list every week. And going through wide receivers, this is the longest position list that we have. Marty Booker, Brandon Lloyd, Laurent Robinson, all 3 wide receivers that put up some points from time to time. All 3 of them have knee injuries that could slow them down or keep them out this week. Joey Galloway still battling that foot problem in Tampa. Anquan Bolden, of course, I'm sure by now you've seen the hit that he took right at the end of that game last week. Don't expect him to play this week, but it's not as bad as it looked, so he could get back in there. Take a look at that before you put him in your lineup. Bobby Ingram and Deion Branch, 2 top guys in Seattle that have been out all season so far. Both of those guys may come back this week, so keep an eye on that. We'll let you know first thing Sunday morning. And Santonio Holmes in Pittsburgh, mainly a kick returner, gets a little bit of time at wide receiver. He's got a neck injury that could slow him down. Now let's look at some of the other positions very quickly. Bob Sanders changes the entire scope of what Indianapolis does on defense when he's not in there, and it looks like he may miss another game this week, so keep an eye on that. A couple of left tackles you might want to look at. Sam Baker, the starter in Atlanta, with a concussion, and also with a concussion, Jordan Gross, the starting left tackle in Carolina. They're taking on Kansas City this week. Keep an eye on that. That could affect their running game and the efficiency of the passing game as well. Jason Taylor, defensive end, gets a lot of points for sacks and tackles. He's still got the calf problem, and we don't know yet if he's going to play. And Lawrence Tynes, the place kicker with the Giants. They've signed a replacement. Of course, he's been there a couple of weeks. They think Tynes can come back this week. So if you've got Tynes or you've got the replacement, make sure you know what's going on before you submit your lineup. And of course, if you get GamedayInactives.info, you'll know in plenty of time to make that change. So there you have it. That's the Week 5 list. Again, not as long as some of the previous weeks, but still some big names on this list. And I'm telling you, if you're a fantasy player or you like to play around a little bit on Sunday morning, you just got to have this information. You can get it all week long. You know, so-and-so missed practice, so-and-so did this, is in the training room, and all that stuff. But it really doesn't matter until you get down to Sunday morning, because a lot of guys that don't practice end up playing on Sunday, and a lot of guys that practice all week end up not playing on Sunday. So what you need to know is who's playing and who's not, and we've got that an hour to an hour and a half before the kickoff of every single game, every Sunday. $9.95 is all it costs. You need to go there right now. Where do you need to go? GamedayInactives.info. There it is right up there for you. If you need any information on what we provide, click around on the site before you subscribe. There's all sorts of sample pages and different things on there to explain it. If you have any questions, you can email us and we'll return your email with specific answers to your questions. So it's a great site. It's very simple. It's not bogged down with tons and tons of information where you can't find what you're looking for. It's all we do. Game Day Inactives, that's our name, that's all we do. So if that's what you need, that's where you need to be. GamedayInactives.info. Have a great Week 5, everybody. Maybe get you a Miller Lite, for the game.